Hey guys, so I decided to do a reading on Scientology, the Church of Scientology, as well as the leader, David Miscavige. So I was really curious because, I've been watching Leah Remini's show, and I was just curious to see, what the cards could maybe tell me about what the future holds for the church. So this first reading here is about David Miscavige, the leader of Scientology. Now, what I see from these cards here is that from a very young age, he knew that he wanted to be some sort of authority figure. He knew he wanted to be in charge of other people. The main reason why he wanted that so badly is because he was sort of considered like the runt of the family, the runt of all his friends, because he is very short, I believe, and so it's like he has Napoleon complex. So he had that dream from a very young age, so he was gonna make it happen no matter what. He saw the opportunity in Scientology and he took it. Now, what's interesting with these cards here is that what it shows to me is that he almost has like a split personality. And in his eyes, it's the only way for him to create this balanced, happy living situation. So he definitely that's how he creates his happy world, I guess you could say, or happy to him, is to maintain this split personality. So there's one side of him that is almost I'm trying to think of what's the right words to say. Very emotional, very very emotional, very persuasive, almost submissive, which is unusual for somebody that wants so badly to be this authority figure. But this is the part of his personality that is behind closed doors, that he doesn't show to almost anybody, especially not people that are underneath him in the church. So it's almost it kind of stems back to the way he would have been with his mother when he was a child. So there is this submissive, sweet side to him that I would think, just based on these cards, that he probably only shows to his best friends or his lover. Nobody else gets to see this side of him except for those people. The other side of him is this strong, almost dictator-like personality, where he will rush in with his strength and power. So I would think that, based on these cards, that when he's in meetings at work, he'll come off quite benign initially, and then he'll lash out at people. That's sort of the vibe I get. This personality up here, he shows this the true personality to only a few people, but it could, like, when he's in meetings or when he's at work, this sort of like is how he starts off. Like, he's very calm, collected, and then if somebody pisses him off, says the wrong thing, or he just feels like, I have to flex my power so that these people know I'm in charge and that they cannot take my job from me. So he'll just lash out for no reason, really, almost. That's another thing I kept getting, was that he is very fearful of people standing up to him. He very fearful of people trying to, like, take his position away from him. And it's all just because, like, he was, like, the runt as a child. So he almost acts overly strong, or overly powerful, or overly dictator-like, to almost instill fear in the people that work underneath him, so that they don't even think about trying to, like, take him down, like, take him out of his position. And this is, you know, this is what showed me that he has sort of this split personality, but also, like, this is also him. He sometimes he tries to think about, like, what's the appropriate reaction. Like, it's like he doesn't quite understand or know what's the right reaction to certain situations in life. And so, because he doesn't know, and I think that a lot has to do with a lot of the Scientology stuff that he was taught from such a young age, because it's all Scientology is like about the reactive mind. And so it's almost like he fears his own mind and doesn't know which reaction to choose. So he really only has two modes. He has calm, collected, like, emotional, sweet side of him, or angry, like, powerful, strong, I'm gonna come in and, like, beat you, or I'm going to be, you know, this nice person. But I really think that he only gives certain personalities to certain people. So that's my reading on David Miscavige. Kind of scary, but that's sort of the type of personality that you get when, you know, when Scientology is all you know, I guess. Okay, so moving on. This reading is for what is currently going on in Scientology. So the first thing is that we have David Miscavige. He's right here. This is a cold, unemotional, unattached man that's at the helm of it all, and he's quite content to steal people's money. It's basically what it says right there. And he basically makes people work together in order to steal money from other people, to create chaos and havoc in people's lives, to create worry in their lives, worry and stress, to make sure that they're only attracting people with money, and then also to imprison them in a way. It's not real imprisonment, it's more like imprisonment of the mind so that it's almost like they are trying to give people Stockholm syndrome, where like they can leave but they don't want to, or they don't think they can. So that's what is going on in Scientology. Like right now, currently, like they're content with taking people's money, but they're well aware that there are people working together to create a change in the church. So they know, obviously, about all the people that have left and now are working together to try to take them down. They're well aware of it, and they're actually worried about it. They're worried and stressed about it, and they're worried and stressed about their money situation. So from these cards, what I would say is that they probably are not making as much money as they used to, and they're worried about it. And they're probably worried about how much money is going out but not coming back in, and they're worried about the effect that these people who are trying to create change, they're worried about the effect it will have on their money. So there's some things happening in their money situation, which is, I think, number one is that they're probably trying not to spend as much. That's number one. And then number two is they're probably hiding some money at this point in time in order to like have it for a rainy day, because like they're getting really worried about what these people are doing, and I think they're afraid of maybe like another FBI raid or something like that, where like they wouldn't have access to their money. So I really have a strong feeling that they're hiding it in some way, where people can't find it. So could be in like Swiss bank accounts, or you know, things like that. Or they might even be like taking it out in cash and like burying it or something. So something like that. So that's what's currently happening right now. Now, when we get to the future, what's going to happen is basically they're going to have a hard time convincing the people of the world to join Scientology. They're going to have a hard time like convincing people that it's helpful, because a lot more people are going to start to realize like that it's not a good place to be. A lot of people in the church are going to leave. A lot of people are going to get their wish of getting out of this prison of the mind, and they're going to leave. But they're also going to be defending themselves against people leaving. So what you might see happen is more and more people that want to leave might actually get like imprisoned, like actually imprisoned, because they don't want them to leave, but they'll get their wish that they'll get out eventually. But that could happen first, where like more and more people get imprisoned. So what you'll see is like more and more people like go missing, that sort of thing. And then once that starts to happen, then they're gonna have a hard time like making it all work, making people believe anymore. They're gonna have a hard time keeping the world out of their affairs. So, like, what could happen is, like, now that I'm looking at these cards, like, so what these cards tell me is that I think that more people are gonna, like, start to go missing. Like, they'll be imprisoned on their bases and stuff. But what's very interesting here, what I'm getting, is that somebody that's famous, somebody that's worldwide known, is gonna be one of those imprisoned people. Like, they're gonna be in prison. They're gonna be, like, doing hard labor at their camp, and it's gonna be, like, the thing that blows the whole thing up, because people are gonna be like, wait a minute, where did this person go? And then they're gonna find them, locked up, doing hard labor, like a prison camp. The one thing I find strange here, though, is that I don't think that Scientology is necessarily going to go away. Because, I mean, I do think they're going to get busted with this whole situation. But, like, not busted in, like, a way that, like, they would be taken down. Only because this celebrity and these people that are, like, quote-unquote imprisoned, they're gonna be like, no, I chose to be here. Like, because it's, like, Stockholm Syndrome. So they're not gonna, like, press charges. But maybe some of them will, like, take their opportunity to leave. But, like, I don't think that, like, they're gonna, like, I don't think they're gonna do anything with the law in regards to them. And then, and the main reason why I feel like they're not gonna go away is because there's gonna be some sort of partnership that they're going to create that's going to change, like, the Wheel of Fortune for them. So this might be actually that they might appoint, like, a new leader who will change the way things are run and make Scientology, like, a better place or a better church. Something like that. Because there's going to be this, creation of a partnership that's going to change the outcome of their... So that's how they're going to survive, like, this scandal up here. So that's my reading, basically. Yeah. The person that they appoint might also be somebody well known to the world. So it's either a celebrity or it's like somebody that in Scientology that's well known. Not entirely sure, but anyways, that's all I got. So unfortunately, they're not gonna go away. I don't know necessarily if they're gonna lose their. Well, I can ask the cards. I'll ask the cards if they're gonna lose their tax exemption. I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to lose their tax exemption. I think that they might have to change some of their ways. In order to keep it, but like they'll do that. They'll go ahead and make the changes so that they don't lose that status. And I mean, I think that I think the IRS is gonna probably, I think that they're working on it currently, working on trying to take it away, but then they'll make the changes that are necessary to keep it, so it's not gonna do any good. So yeah, that's what I've got. They're gonna keep their status, their tax exempt status. They're gonna stay in business. They're gonna have a harder time in the future for sure to get followers. So you're gonna see their membership drop dramatically, and the way that they are gonna change things in order to keep their tax exempt status. I think that they probably wouldn't need a lot of followers, meaning money wise, and I do feel like David Miscavige is gonna possibly get fired or something. Or he might step down. I don't know. There's gonna be some sort of scandal, and I do believe there'll be a new leader. Yeah. So hope you guys like this, and let me know if you like any other readings on anything else. Let me know if you want a personal reading, and thanks for watching.